So for those of us who missed the first interview, I would like Elizabeth, please explain to us what is an IT audit.
Well, an IT audit is a company that wants to go from good to great in their performance. Imagine you're a CEO of a company and you're working really hard, you've got all the different pieces in place, you've got your sales team in place, you've got the best product and service out there, your marketing's in place, and yet, if you don't mind me using the analogy, your company, being in the rowboat, is just sitting there in the water stagnant, and you don't know why. You don't understand, and that's where we come in, and we look at the IT infrastructure of your company. Because if you think about it, IT is everywhere. You need your cell phones, you need your email constantly. Who isn't checking their email every 5 seconds? And if your email isn't available to you, then how do you communicate with your customers? How do you get your supplies out and your services out there? It's impossible. So that's where we come in. We are looking at your business processes, your technology infrastructure. That means your server, that means also the cabling, the UPS, the lighting, all that. But we also check out your staff too. And not that we're planning to replace anybody with automation. No. We're looking at how does your staff perform their day-to-day tasks utilizing the technology that they have around them or not? Are they being effective in doing their job? Sometimes, it's not as easy as it's not as obvious as buying the fastest and latest computer or software. It's not about that. It's about the human part. Is Mary doing the job manually by paper and pen, or why is she not using Excel? Well, maybe Mary doesn't know how to use Excel, and so all it is a matter of teaching her how to use Excel to expedite her job.
Okay, so this is all sounding a bit wishy-washy to me. How do I translate this into numbers?
Well, it's easy. Well, imagine, Randy, you're a CEO of a company, let's say 80 people, and you're wondering, I don't know what's going to happen. And I knock on your door and I say, Randy, would you let me in and do an IT audit? You're going to ask why.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll say, well, here's $100. Can I give you $100 today? And then I'll come back tomorrow and give you another $100. And I will give you $100 every day for the rest of the year. And how much does that amount to?
36,500.
Anybody got a calculator? Speaking of technology.
$36,500.
So $36,000. That's how much money we can save you by doing our audit. So not only would we be proactively saving you that $36,000, but we would also be helping at looking at all the other line items in your business as expenses in reducing them between 35 to 65% as well.
Okay, but my company's growing. It's gone from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 employees, but I've always had an IT guy.
Yes.
On staff, and things seem to be fine. So why would I need to go through this IT process?
Every company has its growing pains, and it's interesting that what we found in our correlation between a company's growth to the type of IT person or a computer guy that they've been using has a huge correlation. So when you're small, you're starting out, you have no money. You get the local computer guy that's got his poster or he's handing out flyers. That's great. But then what that guy does is he's really a serious hobbyist. So he might be downstairs and he just happens to know a little bit more than you in terms of computers. So you hire him because he's only like $40 an hour. Great. But then you grow a little bit more and you're now at maybe a 30 to 50 size organization, and you now need somebody a little bit more professional, if you will. So he's taken some more Microsoft courses and he's gained some experience, which is all great, but he's doing the job and you think it's enough to support your business. Then you get to, what would you say, 50 to 80 employees? And now you're really humming, and now you're selling your products and your services all over. And you've got your server in place. Fantastic. You've got your Microsoft certified guy. You've given him and trusted him with all your services, IT services. Great. But things start failing and you're not sure why. And he just says, well, you have to replace your server every 3 years. You have to buy faster computers. That's your problem. But then after you've done all that and you spend $100,000 on hardware, things still aren't working. And that's when you know you need an IT audit, because it's not just about hardware and software.
Okay, so I get that analogy, and I can see where there would be great savings there. So I need an IT audit. Where do I go? Where do I go to do that? I know that what was it? WinPro does it for the
Wipro
does
yep.
it for the large.
The enterprise market, yeah,
right?
And that's definitely a standard. Wipro's been a great standard that and a trusted strategic business partner that the enterprise companies, such as, you'd be talking about like the Nikes and the Procter and Gambles and of the world. Those companies would use a company like Wipro. They're like the KPMG
right, okay.
In the accounting world. So, and the small to medium-sized business, there is nobody. What you do is you get computer consultants out there that say, oh, we'll do an audit. But they don't look at the culture and the businesses in terms of the technology and its efficiencies in running the business. So we ask the tough questions. PC Doc asks the tough questions to get you to where you want to go.
So so you do the auditing, but okay, so you find out that my company's IT is terrible. Do you take care of it? Do you fix it all as well?
Well, it is certainly the option for the client, for our clients to ask us, since we have provided and demonstrated what is wrong, where the cracks are, and we have provided the suggestions and recommendations to how to fix it and to get you better from that good to great scenario. And they have actually quite often asked us to implement on their behalf.
So you do?
We will absolutely implement. But first and foremost, we will not and cannot implement until we know the entire picture. We know everything, meaning what you, the company, wants to do in your long-term plan. Then we go in really deep into your company, ask those tough questions to find out what's going on within the business processes, put it all together, collaborate it all, and then provide the recommendations that are going to get you from A to B.
Fantastic. Sounds like A to Z.
A to Z. A to
Z. Well, listen, Elizabeth, I could talk to you all day, but we are running out of time. So I'm sure that everybody can get a hold of you on your website,
Absolutely.
Which is?
thepcdoc.ca.
Got it. Okay, and we'll also have that information on the in the credits of this video. I want to thank you very much for coming in, Elizabeth.
Thanks so much.
And
it's good to be here.
Yeah, well, hopefully you'll come back.
Maybe.
Well, thank you. And thank you for watching thatchannel.com. Until next time.